Master of the Day of Judgment. Detailed analysis. 1. Lexical and literal meaning. Arabic Maliki Yawmid Din. English translation, Master of the Day of Judgment. A. Lexical meaning. Malik, Malik. Derived from the Arabic root, meaning owner, king, sovereign, absolute authority. This signifies that Allah alone possesses complete control and authority. Yomi Yom, meaning day, a fixed period of time. Here it refers specifically to the day of resurrection. Ladin ad-din, meaning judgment, accountability, recompense. Divine justice, B, literal meaning, Allah is the absolute master of the day when all people will be judged. This means every human being will return to Allah, every action will be accounted for. Ultimate justice belongs only to Allah. 2. Background of revelation, Shan al-Nuzul. This verse is part of Al-Fatiha, revealed in the early Makkan period. During the age of ignorance, Jahiliyyah, tribal power dominated society, wealthy elites oppressed the weak, many believed worldly power was permanent. This verse challenged that mindset by declaring, earthly authority is temporary, ultimate judgment belongs to Allah alone. It established the concept of accountability before God. 3. Interpretations from major tafsir. Tafsir Ibn Kathir explains, Yawmid Din refers to the day of resurrection. On that day, no one will possess power except Allah. Tafsir al-Tabari states, Ad-Din means recompense and accountability. Humanity will receive the consequences of its actions. Tafsir al-Qurtubi explains, this verse develops humility and God consciousness. It reminds people that worldly status cannot save them. Mariful Quran Mufti Muhammad Shafi writes, earthly ownership is temporary, while Allah's authority is eternal and absolute. 4. Importance in Hadith Sahih Muslim. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, every servant will be questioned about his deeds on the Day of Judgment. Sahih al-Bukhari. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, the wise person is the one who holds himself accountable and prepares for what comes after death. Jami at-Tirmidhi. A servant's feet will not move on the Day of Judgment until he is questioned about his life and deeds. 5. Social dimension. This verse promotes justice, responsibility, honesty, respect for human rights, moral accountability. A society that believes in accountability is less likely to normalize oppression or corruption. 6. Economic dimension. Master of the Day of Judgment teaches ethical business practices, lawful earning, financial responsibility, avoiding fraud and exploitation. Islamic economic principles are tied to accountability before Allah. 7. Political dimension. This verse emphasizes no ruler is above accountability, power is a trust, leadership must serve justice, tyranny and corruption are unacceptable, true sovereignty belongs to Allah alone. 8. Scientific and psychological perspective. Behavioral psychology suggests belief in accountability influences ethical behavior, moral responsibility, improves self-discipline, awareness of consequences affects decision-making. Spiritual accountability can strengthen personal ethics and social responsibility. 9. State perspective. At the governmental level, this verse supports rule of law, transparent leadership, anti-corruption principles, fair justice systems, protection of citizens' rights. A stable society depends on justice and accountability. 10. International perspective. This verse teaches all human beings are equal before Allah. Justice should transcend race and nationality, global ethics and fairness matter. It supports universal human dignity and moral responsibility. 11. Historical context. Before Islam, tribal leaders often abused power, the weak lacked protection, justice depended on status and wealth. Islam introduced the concept that every person would stand equally before Allah. 12. Present context. Today's world struggles with corruption, inequality, abuse of authority, moral confusion. This verse reminds humanity every action matters, accountability cannot be escaped, justice ultimately belongs to Allah. 13. Future perspective. In the future, technology may increase ethical challenges, power and influence may become more concentrated. This verse will continue to guide humanity toward moral responsibility, ethical leadership, justice, spiritual awareness. Its message will remain timeless until the Day of Judgment. 14. Conclusion and summary. Maliki Yawmid Din is more than a verse. It is a declaration of ultimate justice, a reminder of accountability, a warning against arrogance, a foundation for ethical living. It teaches worldly power is temporary, Allah alone is the ultimate judge, every human being is accountable for their actions. True success lies in living with faith, justice, and responsibility,